Hey everybody, welcome back. Today we're going to take a look at the Mechanix suppressor cover. Now most of you are probably familiar with the brand Mechanix. They are most well known, at least by me, for making work gloves. These are definitely not the most expensive gloves out there, but I think most people would agree for the price that these gloves come in at, they're definitely not bad. So I had no idea that they actually made suppressor covers. I was recently in the market for a suppressor cover and I just stumbled across them. I actually found it on Amazon, and when I saw the price point and I saw the brand, I figured it had to be at least decent, so I thought I would try it out. Now they do have two different models. They have a 6 and a 12 inch. The 6-inch model is what I have. They are both rated at 2,000 degrees. Now I can't speak to whether they will actually handle that heat, but that is what they are rated at. Now I picked up the original cover, which is the one that you see here. I have it mounted up on my 30 SDK, which is from Griffin Armament, and I have it on the Ruger SFAR, which is a 308. I have several videos on this rifle. If you haven't seen those, I will leave a link down in the description. And all in all, it's been very solid. I haven't had any issues. I've had it on this particular suppressor and rifle for probably about 300 or 400 rounds. All of that was pretty much shot in one range strip, so I did have this thing pretty hot. So after having pretty good success on the 30 SDK, I went ahead and picked up another suppressor cover, the exact same model, which is the 6-inch, and I mounted it on my M4 SDK. So this is also a can from Griffin Armament. It is a slightly smaller model than this one here, and it is rated for 5.56. Now this one I have ran much harder, being on a 5.56 rifle. It's a little bit more budget friendly than the old 308. I've put hundreds and hundreds of rounds with this particular cover. I've had absolutely no issues with it. I have had this thing extremely hot, maybe not 2,000 degrees that it's rated at, but I've definitely had it hot. I've had no problems. I pulled the cover off on several occasions and just looked on the inside. I haven't seen any burning or melting or anything like that, and all in all, it has worked great. So after testing both of these fairly extensively, I went ahead and picked up a third. The price point that these come in at, it's so cheap, I really just couldn't resist, and I figured having one more on hand wasn't a bad idea. So this is a universal suppressor cover, so it's going to kind of be a one size fits most. I mentioned they have a 6 and a 12 inch. All three of the models that I have are a 6-inch. It fits pretty much perfectly as far as length goes on this 30 SDK, but it is slightly a little bit too long on the M4 SDK, but it still works just fine. So just be advised of that going into it. These are not custom fit covers. They're just going to get you close, but you should be able to make it work on any suppressor that's around those sizes. Now the attachment system is very simple. You just have a little piece of cord and a keeper, so you can just crank that down as tight as you can, and then you can get creative with what you do with the excess cord. I just tucked it back into where the little label is, kind of to hide it and keep it out of the way. And anytime I run a suppressor cover, I always like to add something else to hold it on. I've got some suppressor covers that are well over $100 and they always walk off. This one is no exception, so if you want it to stay on and be secure, I recommend adding some paracord or possibly a couple high temp zip ties. That has worked for me in the past, and it's no different with this cover. Price point aside, I have been very pleased with both of these suppressor covers, and I would not hesitate to buy again. They've held up very well, not to mention on the 308, which is running a magnified Night Force optic. The mirage mitigation has been very well also. So that about wraps it up for today's video. I hope y'all enjoyed it and found the information helpful. If you did enjoy today's video, or you've watched any of my other videos or shorts in the past, I would appreciate it if you would subscribe and like. According to my algorithm here on YouTube, most of the people that actually watch my channel are not subscribed, so I would appreciate it if you do watch it to hit that subscribe button. Also, if you're not following me on Instagram and Facebook, I would appreciate that as well. If you would like to contact me directly for any reason, that's definitely the best place to do so. And as always, thanks for watching. See y'all next time.